Exchange Speaker Series. Today we have Jason Borschow, CEO of Abarca Health with us. Jason, welcome to Piloto 151.
Thank you very much, Sofia.
Why don't you tell us a bit about Abarca for all our viewers to find out more?
Of course, Abarca Health is a applied health information technology company that's really focused on the pharmacy benefit management, or PBM business. A business that most people have never heard of, but which is an important part of serving health plans across any jurisdiction. Whether they're private health plans, government-sponsored health plans, like in Puerto Rico we have Medicaid or Mi Salud, self-insured employers, and union groups, and other kinds of health plans, no matter what the age of the person is. So Abarca Health is a company that uses technology and mixes it with clinical solutions designed by doctors and pharmacists and nurses and health educators to help people across the healthcare system to make better decisions about their health. Whether that's the health plan making a decision that's going to be more cost effective, whether that's a doctor making a better decision about what medication to prescribe, whether that's a patient making a better decision about when to take a medication and when not to take it, or pharmacy about what quantity to prescribe it. There are really tons of decisions that need to be made in the healthcare system. And the technology and system that we have, designed by the people that we have, and mixing those ideas and those technologies, is really what drives value. So we have a company that's grown from 40 to 120 people in the last 3 years, and we've grown from serving about 15,000 people to serving about 2 million people, and about 500,000 of those on full services, and it's been a really interesting journey. So I'm happy to hear to talk about my experiences.
So yeah, absolutely. Speaking of tripling the number of employees that you have, today Jason will talk to us about how he was able to scale up Abarca Health in just 3 years. Tell us a little bit about that experience and maybe some tricks of the trade that you can share with other entrepreneurs that are watching.
Absolutely. First of all, it was incredibly difficult. There's nothing easy about startups. There's nothing easy about entrepreneurship, but it was incredibly rewarding. It's so exciting to be able to finally get that first customer and that second customer, and to be able to reinvest the revenues that you get from those first customers into building your team and your staff and your capabilities, and your systems and your infrastructure and your facilities, to be able to then have the credibility to get that next big customer. Right? It's kind of a positive cycle. So as soon as it's not linear, it doesn't happen in the order that you want it to. But once you're able to put together a little bit of success and have a little bit of luck, you can really start to scale. And so I think that it starts with ideas, right, and a vision, right, and having a clear idea of how you really want to make a difference in the world and close an unmet need. Once you have that idea, which can shift over the course of time as you grow, but once you have that idea, if you can communicate that idea to the right kind of people and convince really a few key people to join your effort, that's really the key to scale. It's all about people. Good people convince other good people to come to your company. Good people make good decisions about how to invest in the business. So really, scale is all about convincing a few good people to be part of your effort and to keep them inspired and motivated with vision.
Is there a turning point in that scale process, and that growth process? So when do you shift from being a startup to being a scale-up with all the complexities of growing a business and all the pain that comes along with it?
Well, I think that that's an iterative process that never ends. Okay, I think you can go from being the just starting startup to the intermediate startup to the late startup to the scaled up business, but even if you're a scaled up business with 100 employees, once you go to 300 or 500, you're going to feel completely the same way that that it's a completely new challenge. So I don't believe that the challenges ever end. I think that there are inflection points in the process, and where right now, after we passed 100 employees, it's definitely an inflection point, because people have been there for some time. Everything is not so new as it was. The systems, the ideas, the customers are more demanding, and so being able to change the way that you operate. When you're a startup, it's all about being able to just make things work. But you go to the next point, and it's about more than that. It's about giving people a career path, right? It's about having redundancy and reliability in your systems, things that you really couldn't afford to think about before, are actually now the core of what you need to be able to take your business to the next level.
Any other words of wisdom or advice that you want to share with entrepreneurs today?
All I would say is, there's no business that's easy, right? And so when you feel like the times are tough, and when it can't get any worse, it probably will get a little bit worse. But then when it can't get any worse than that, and you're just feeling so, despairing, that's when the good things start to happen. and good things start to happen, and they happen in sequence as well. And so, it's really it's really a balance, and you have to be able to ride the down waves and the up waves and keep a level head throughout the entire process. Because if in your heart you believe that your vision and your ability to add value to the world is solid, and you're able to convince people, both in your company and outside of your company, your customers, to believe in your effort, really at the end of the day, there's very little that can stop you. So keep being very persistent.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Jason Borschow, CEO of Abarca Health.
Thank you.